if you're going to win like a champion, you got to learn how to lose like a champion. And before I brag on the Dallas Mavericks for not just what they did today, because what they did today was just put a huge exclamation point on a dominating series, but what they did throughout this entire series. But the Los Angeles Lakers and what they showed today, as I won't say as an organization, but I will say some of the prominent figures on that team. And like I said, look, and you know, Kobe Bryant has been good this whole series. He's been solid for the Lakers, and he's gotten no help. Or what he doesn't have, he doesn't have guys on the team that care as much as he does. And this was completely irrelevant to this entire series. I mean, of course, Pau Gasol just being a non-factor, and then Bynum playing well, but when he doesn't get his way, is going to complain to the media and talk about trust issues within the team out in front of everybody. And, you know, and so, of course, you know, if you watched the game, you saw what it was. It was a complete beatdown. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks were embarrassing the Los Angeles Lakers, making them look like one of the worst teams in the league. It was awesome. It was great. You know, going into this game, like Game 3, it's weird. It's like, you know what? I just need to trust these guys, you know, and I think they've earned that. And they should have earned that, you know, early on. But going into this game, I was preparing myself for, well, let's see if we can get Game 5, because it's going to be tough. Because I thought that, not that the Mavericks would play bad, because the Mavericks have proven that they're going to bring their A game or close to it every game that they can. But I thought that the Lakers had enough pride in them to not do that, whatever that was. And then, so in the fourth quarter, I didn't think anything was going to happen. I thought they were just going to coast. You know, both teams play hard. And then, you know, Lamar taking that cheap shot on Dirk, and it wasn't a huge deal. I mean, it was frustration. He was mad, but like, you know, I didn't think Lamar Odom would do something like that. You know, I've respected Lamar. You know, not that he's, you know, one of my favorite players or anything, but you know, he doesn't seem like he's one of those guys. And so, but that's something, you know, whatever. You know, that was something stupid that, okay, they need to nip this in the bud, and they got him out of the game. But what Andrew Bynum did to J.J. Barea when he was driving the lane, kicking his butt, because he couldn't handle it. Because Andrew Bynum's scrub self had 6 points. 6 points, okay? And you can say that the Lakers didn't go at him or whatever. You can grab 6 points. You can get more than that if you're supposed to be a true factor on a team. Heck, Dirk had 17, and he wasn't, like, Dirk was pretty much a diversion in this game. Dirk didn't have to score this game. The buckets he got were like, oh, this one's here, because everybody else stepped up and elevated their game to help out Nowitzki to blow the doors off this thing. Yeah, you know. Oh, and, you know, JJ had 22 points, so there you go, Bynum. But, you know, put this in perspective, because some people are trying to, I've listened to some Laker fans on Facebook and stuff trying to, I don't know, like, and most of them are saying that it's classless, but some of them are trying to excuse it. Well, he was frustrated. Look, the biggest guy on the Lakers team, size-wise, the biggest guy, took a cheap shot on the smallest guy on the Dallas Mavericks. Oh, and he made the shot, too. That was great, too. But let's be real here. That's Bush League. And the guys calling the game, Tariq and the guys were right. That was Bush League. And you can't... You can't expect, and then the way he walked off too, you know, taking his shirt off like a straight up punk, trying to mean mug the crowd and whatnot, like he's somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because of what he did, because he knocked over J.J. Barea. Yeah, you're a big man to do that. You know, when he's pushing himself, when he's still playing hard, so you're going to hit him with an elbow like that while he's in the air, not make a play on the ball. That's not a hard foul. That's Bush League. That's what punks do. And Andrew Bynum is a punk. So I hate that a guy like Kobe Bryant has to play with a guy like that, and that Phil Jackson has to coach a guy like that. So congratulations, Lakers fans. Enjoy that guy for a while. But let's get off of that. Let's get off the negative of the game and talk about the positives, which, of course, was the entire Dallas Mavericks team, focusing mainly on a guy named Jason Terry, who was amazing today. You know, I was critical of Jason, and especially in the last series, because he really only showed up for maybe one game in Portland. We were looking for him. He was trying to make somebody's shot, wasn't there. Boy, did he find his shot. 9 for 10 from the three-point line, And he was helped out by his boy Peja Stojakovic, who we acquired earlier this year, with 6 for 6 from 3 points. The Dallas bench scored 86 points. And if that number sounds familiar, that's because that's how many points the Lakers' entire team scored this game. And that's been the theme of this entire series, that the Mavericks have way more depth than the Lakers. The bench from the Lakers did not show up for this series, and that's what hurt them bad. Not only Gasol's lack of play, but mainly it was the bench not having a factor whatsoever. I think he tied the record for most threes in the game. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say anything about that. And even Dirk threw in one in there. He was 1 for 1, so that adds a percentage for him. And it was great seeing Nowitzki because Nowitzki's been the leading scorer in all these games except this one. But you saw, especially in the first half, where Dirk would get the ball and all 5 guys from the Lakers would either run towards him or at least turn their heads towards him, make a move there, opening up either Peja or Jason Terry, and he's able to kick it to those guys to make the shot. Just great team basketball by the Dallas Mavericks. And team basketball is what swept the Lakers this time. And coming into the series, I thought we could win this series. I never thought that we would sweep the defending champs. Though to see how they reacted, I'm really glad that we did, because that's exactly what they deserve, most of those guys. It's satisfying, but it is not over. And I've seen too many people coming at me, not even just Mavs fans, just people that are excited the Lakers are out, saying, man, it's going to be rematch, Dallas and Miami. I don't even want to talk about that right now. That's not even there, because there's a series going on still in the West with the Thunder and the Grizzlies. And, I take the seeds out of this because I've watched Memphis play. Memphis is not an 8 seed. They're an 8 seed in name only, because that's a team that can beat the Thunder, and they have the talent to knock off the Mavericks. Okay, it's going to be a good series either way. The Thunder have more talent with Kevin Durant and Westbrook, but the Grizzlies have more size, and Gasol and Zach Randolph, who's got some pretty good talent as well, and guys like Tony Allen and things of that sort are playing really well for the Grizzlies. So I look for that series to go long, and I don't care right now. I'm happy that the Mavs took care of business, that they're going to get time off because they earned it. And I think that Carlisle, who is really, I was really critical of Carlisle last year during the playoffs with his substitution and the way he used Caron Butler. But this playoff, he is making some excellent adjustments and excellent defensive changes to really help this team win. So this is from top to bottom, whether it's the coaching staff, the superstars, the starters, or the bench guys. This has been one of the best teams Dallas has had, and you're just watching them come together at the right time of the year. I'm loving it so much as a Dallas Mavericks fan. It's great to see this, to just see a team, see us not just beat a good team, but completely dismantle them. And I'm not throwing any stones at Phil Jackson and stuff. Not a huge Phil Jackson fan, but I completely respect what he's done in this league. 11 championships, you don't do that just by luck. He earned those things by putting those teams together. Kobe Bryant, not a huge Kobe fan. I think he complains way too much for fouls and whatnot, but the guy is a winner, and the guy wants to win and cares about the game. But other than those two guys, screw the Lakers. And, we'll see what they do from now, but I could care less right now. The Dallas Mavericks are the story right now in the NBA, and they can't let this get to their head, and from what I've heard them say and the way they've reacted, I don't think it will. I think they're going to be physically and mentally prepared to play whoever we have next series and not look past them to the finals. We're in the Western Conference Finals, not the finals yet, but I sure would like to be back in the finals. Got to get to the next series. We'll talk about that later, but right now, Dallas Mavericks, 4-0 sweep over the LA Lakers. It's a great day here in Texas. We'll see you guys later. Go Mavs.